and welcome daughters back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me this bike, which is the all new Royal Enfield Classic 350. This is the Signals variant. As always in this video as well, we are going to talk about the design, features, thumb, as well as the performance of this bike. So let's quickly start this video. Before starting the video, if you are looking out to buy this bike or any other bike, you can surely contact us. You can message us your contact number, your location, and we will get back to you with the on-road pricing as well as the best deal possible. Now you can enjoy this video. Let's quickly start without wasting any more time. So guys, let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile of the bike. So right at the front, here you have your circular halogen headlamp. This is your parking light. This is your indicator. Each and every light on this particular bike is a normal halogen bulb provided. This is how the bike looks like from the front profile. Now here, as you can see, Royal Enfield has actually retained the retro charm of this motorcycle, and most of the people who actually buy this bike is because of the looks itself. Now talking about the riding position, it is a bit upright, and here you basically have a king-like commanding riding position provided. This is how the bike looks like. Moving on to the side profile. Now here, as you can notice, there are a few equipments which are actually finished in matte black finish. So on the mirrors, they have provided this matte black finish. Again, you have this matte black finish on your exhaust as well as on your engine. Moving on to the side profile. So here, as you can see, this is how the bike looks like. Now let me tell you guys the speciality of the Royal Enfield Classic 350 Signals variant. Now Royal Enfield has actually launched this particular Signals variant in order to pay tribute to our respected Indian Armed Forces. Royal Enfield has been in association with the Armed Forces for quite a while now, and they have a great relationship as well. To pay a tribute to our respected Indian Armed Forces, this particular variant, which is the Signal variant, has been launched. So here, talking about the side profile, here as you can see, this is your 13-liter fuel tank. On this particular fuel tank, here you have this unique number provided. Each and every Royal Enfield Classic 350 Signals variant will get this unique number. There will be a different number on each and every bike. Here you have your Royal Enfield badge. Here you have your 349cc single cylinder engine. I'll talk about the engine as soon as I start riding the bike. Here you have your split type seat, which is a tan colored and pretty much comfortable. Here you have a handle to hold on to. There is again a handle to hold on to right here for the pillion rider. There is again a handle provided right here. Now here, as you can see, the exhaust of the bike is completely finished in matte black finish. Talking about the wheel size, at the front you have a 19-inch spoke wheel. Talking about the tire profile, here as you can see, 190/19 is the tire profile, and at the front here you have your 300 disc provided. This is your Biber brake caliper. Moving on to the rear tire profile, so here as you can see, the tire profile is 120/80/18. This is a 18-inch spoke wheel provided right here, and at the rear you have a 270 disc as well. So this is much about the side profile, guys. Let's quickly move on to the rear profile. So here, as you can see, the tail light is again a normal halogen bulb. Circular theme has been carried forward for a lot of equipment. At the rear mudguard as well, there is a graphics provided right here. Moving on to this side, here you have a sari guard provided. So this is your sari guard, and these are the foot pegs which you have right here. Now this bike comes paired to this engine comes paired to a 5-speed manual gearbox. I'll talk about the gearbox as well. By the way, here you have a storage box. I think behind this you have your air filter provided. So this is how the side profile of the bike looks like. On the fuel tank, again you have this unique special number. Let's have a look at the instrument cluster. So here, as you can see, this is your analog speedometer, this is your small MID provided, and in the top end variant, which is the chrome variant, you can actually additionally get installed a tripper navigation right here. That is something which is not available right now with the Signals variant. That is something which Royal Enfield might offer in the near future. Now let's quickly have a look at the switches. So here you have your switch for your high beam, low beam. This is for your indicator, this is for your horn. This is how it sounds. Here you have your engine kill switch. This is for your hazard lamp. Let me show you guys the hazard lamps, by the way. So this is how your blinkers look like. Now here you basically have a button provided. From this button you can actually toggle through the information in your instrument cluster. Here you again have your USB point provided, so you can basically charge your smartphone while you are touring. So that is again a very useful touch. Now let me first of all switch off the hazard lamp, and by pressing this particular button right here you can actually toggle through information, quite like for example here it will show you your odometer reading, trip 1, trip 2, trip F, your timing as well. So these are the basic information which the instrument cluster shall show you. So guys, I think I have covered most of the things on the exterior profile of the bike. Now it's time to start talking about the performance on offer, starting off from the engine. So this is your 349cc single cylinder petrol engine, produces 20.48 PS of power and 27 Newton meters of torque. In terms of refinement, Royal Enfield has nailed the motorcycle, because the engine, in terms of the refinement, the engine does not really sound harsh in any way possible, and the NVH levels has also dropped down. Talking about its predecessor, the Classic 350, which was available earlier, a lot of owners were complaining about the vibrations which they used to feel on the handlebar as well as on the fuel tank and on the foot pegs. I'm happy to report right here that the vibrations are very well contained, and in fact you feel no vibrations on your handlebar as well as on your fuel tank. There are only some amount of vibrations which can be felt on the foot pegs, that too when you redline the bike. So in terms of the NVH, in terms of the engine refinement, in terms of the vibrations, Royal Enfield has improved the bike leaps and bounds. So that is a positive point of the bike. Now moving on to the gearbox. Now this engine comes paired to a 5-speed manual gearbox. Here you have a heel toe shifter provided, and it is a really very smooth shifting unit, by the way. You don't really need to put in a lot of efforts in order to change gears. But the thing right here is the fact that the clutch is a bit on the heavier side, so you don't really need to exercise for your hands, for your palms. You can basically simply ride this bike and your exercise is basically done. So the clutch is a bit on the heavier side, so if your running is mostly in the city in bumper to bumper traffic, then this is something which might bother you. Now guys, talking about the ride quality is not very soft. At the same time it is not very stiff either. So when you take the bike through bad roads, you will have to be a little bit careful, you will have to take it a bit slow. But when you ride the bike in the city as well as on the highways, it provides you utmost comfort, and the highway stability of the bike is again amazing. When you ride the bike at 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, at the speed of 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, the bike stays glued to the road. The seat here is again very much comfortable. These are your split seat setup, which is a tan colored one. The seat again provides you very good amount of cushioning. Talking about the handling now, the handling definitely could have been better. The handlebar is quite direct at lower speeds, and as soon as you build up speed, the handlebar weighs up pretty well. That is a good part about the handling, about the handlebar. But the thing here is, when you are riding in city, it does not really provide you a great amount of communication, I would say. At higher speeds it definitely weighs up pretty well, so it provides you very good amount of confidence. But at lower city speeds, the communication could have been, in terms of the feel and feedback, that is something which could have been better. Other than that, talking about the braking now, the brakes which you have right here, like I showed you, you basically have disc brakes on both the ends. This bike also gets ABS, by the way. The braking performance is again something which has impressed me a lot. The braking of the bike is really very nice, no complaints on that front as well. So guys, now moving on to the verdict. Who should particularly buy this bike? What is the price of the bike? Let me tell you guys the price of this particular Signals variant. So this bike is priced at rupees 2,04,367 rupees at showroom. At this price point, I think if you are looking out to buy a bike which has commanding riding position, which has a refined engine, which has a thumb, which has a great commanding riding position, and which has great looks as well, then this particular bike is the one to go with. And at this price point, I think this bike should cost you somewhere around 2,25,000 rupees on road, and I don't really think so it is a very expensive bike at this price point. Obviously it is not the most affordable in its segment, but considering the brand value Royal Enfield, I think they have priced it pretty competitively. And yeah, that's about it. I think I've covered most of the things about this bike. If you are looking out to buy a bike like this, then you can definitely basically go for the Classic 350. And if you are looking out to buy this bike, you can obviously contact us. You can message us your contact number, your location, and we shall get back to you with the on-road pricing as well as the best deal possible. I hope you guys like this one. If you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram as well as in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer most of your doubts. By the way, this bike is available in a total of 7 color options, and I have already made a video in which I have showed you guys a total of 7 color options. It is available in 11 color options, and I have showed you a video in which I have showed you basically 7 color options, so you can basically check that video out as well. I'll see you guys very soon. Until then, drive safe, ride safe, bye bye.